Hello there. I feel like sometimes you just want to take a pen and you just want to snap it in half. But we're not going to do that because we're here to talk about beer, not pens. Hi, I'm Elena. This is Skewed Food Blog, where I mostly talk about beer, not food, and that's what it is, and that's how it's gonna be. I just took a Sudafed, feeling very clear, mind and body and spirit. I'm gonna do my 2020 November beer review. I always say it backwards. November 2020 beer review for you. Okay, so this month I tried 7 unique beers. I was fairly disappointed overall. I don't know if it's me or if it's the beer or what it is, but I am no longer as excited as I was in June when I was trying 15 new beers a month. I've got probably 15 in my fridge right now and I've got zero desire to try any of them. I just really want to just drink the beer that I know I love and I don't want to be disappointed anymore. I feel like it just got a little too real. Green tea in my Coors mug. Kristen, don't ask. The first beer that I want to talk about today is Blue Owl Brewing's Sour Session beer with Earl Grey tea. It's called Cool in the Gang, skip that. Blue Owl Brewing brews only sour beers. They're based here in Austin, Texas. They are focused on making sour beers accessible to the general public, which I really can get behind, especially since I know a remarkable number of people who don't like beer that much, but then they try sour beers and they like sours. So I think even though sours can be off-putting for people, they could be a gateway into the beer world for a lot of people. This one is sort of like an Arnold Palmer with Earl Grey. So it says it's brisk, lemony, and Arnold Palmer. Earl Grey, obviously. It delivers 100% on that flavor profile, and that's one of the reasons why I gave this beer 4 out of 5 stars. This beer is tea-like, it's lemony, like lemonade-y, and there is definitely that bergamot flavor from the Earl Grey. It just hits it all. It's balanced, it's sour, it's not too sweet. It's just totally exactly what it says it is, and it does it well, and I really enjoyed it. It was also fairly carbonated, which I also very much enjoy. Would recommend. Next, let's talk about Independence Brewing Redbud Strawberry Raspberry Berliner Weisse. This is a variation on the Redbud Berliner Weisse that they carry year-round. I liked this, sort of. It was sour-esque. The fruit was very much forward. I would say that the raspberry shone through a little bit more than the strawberry. Ultimately, I like the original a little bit better than this one. I would only give this 3 out of 5 stars. It was okay, similar to the Sierra Nevada Wild Little Thing. I tried 2 beers from Martin House this month. We know how I feel about Martin House, my up and down, my hot and cold relationship with them, and these beers are hot and cold. This one, the Tropical Salty Lady, I did like. This is a pineapple, kiwi, passion fruit, and guava gose. This is a variation on the Salty Lady, which they carry year round. Sensing a theme here with variations on the original. It was a little pineapple-y, a little guava-y, but what really stood out about this one, and this is so indicative of Martin House, who just can't really do anything 100% right, this beer smelled, oddly, of popcorn. I've never experienced that in a beer before. I don't think it's the style, because I've had plenty of goses that don't smell like popcorn, but this did. It was kind of weird, kind of off-putting. I would say that I would give this a 3 out of 5. It was very salty and sour, but like the tropical fruit flavors just didn't really shine through enough for me to give it a higher score. The other beer that I tried from Martin House was the Imperial Texan Double Red Double IPA. Somehow this beer was a little chalky for me, and I'm not really sure if that was a taste or a texture of drinking it, but something about it, there was a chalkiness to it, and I don't really know how to describe it other than just saying that. I didn't like this beer at all. It smelled good. It smelled like a nice Imperial IPA, but just flavor-wise, it was like too malty, too caramelly, and the alcohol content was too high ultimately overall. So I gave it 1 out of 5 stars. I drank probably a quarter of it and then I poured it down the drain. Oh wow, we're really getting through this. I tried 2 beers from Alesmith Brewing as well. Alesmith was new to me this month. They are a brewery out of San Diego, California. They apparently compete in a lot of competitions and have fairly good results at doing that. The Alesmith IPA I very much enjoyed. It was everything you would want in an IPA, citrusy and hoppy and piney, very well balanced. 5 out of 5 stars. I wish I could tell you more. Sometimes good is just good. I also tried the Alesmith Nut Brown Ale. This is an English style brown ale. It was a little cocoa-y, a little coffee-y, but it just for me was too much of a dessert-like beer to be good. I guess I should have read the can and known that that was what I was getting into, but I was coming down from the high of the Sam Smith pack that I tried, and yeah, I expected something else. I expected more of a level beer flavor with kind of notes of that, but I feel like it really led with like the desserty flavors. I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. And finally, I tried a beer from Sixpoint Brewery. They are based in Brooklyn, New York. They are mad scientists, apparently. They kind of think of what they want the finished product to be rather than working backwards from thinking like, I'm gonna make an IPA and working backwards. Although to me, if you know what you want it to be like in the end and you work toward that, it's the same as knowing what you want in the end and working backwards, but whatever. This is a low calorie IPA, Trail Haze, 99 calorie beer. It is okay. It starts out with a strong IPA flavor that dissipates like that. It just immediately recedes into sort of a watered down beer taste. So if you chug it, it will taste like an IPA, but if you sip it, I'm sorry, it's just not that good. I really can't say anything other than that. And that's that. That's my November 2020 beer review. I feel like I sped through it, but I see that my battery's gonna die, so I was really trying to rush. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have a couple videos coming out this week, so stay tuned. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with a friend.